Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the Jerome Strickland channel. It's just my camera here. As promised, I'm back making videos. And yeah, I'm back. I was just looking at these clouds up here. Look how stationary they are. Some people say the earth is round, and some people say the earth is flat. And I got a question. If the earth is round, why aren't these clouds, and the earth is turning at like so many thousands of miles per hour, why are these clouds sitting still? Aren't these clouds above the earth? Shouldn't they be moving right now? Huh? Shouldn't these clouds be moving? If we're moving like 100,000 miles an hour, why are they stationary? Some people say the earth is round, right? And the earth is turning, right? Well, why are these clouds stationary? Why aren't they moving? And I'm sure they got a logical, what they deem as a logical explanation. They're gonna blow it off. So, oh well, that's just. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I just wanted to make that observation. Yes, I'm at another little nature trail. I found me a nice little park, nice little nature trail. Y'all know I love nature. Look at this. The water's beautiful. It's glistening. The clouds are beautiful. The sun is out. It's warm. Yes. And I'm back with another video. And yes, I want to give y'all some more knowledge and wisdom about some things. Today I want to talk about, here lately I've been kind of, I got some people down here. I got a guy down here photographing nature, which is good. But here lately in the last couple of days or so, I've been somewhat angry. Not resentful, just angry. And the reason why I'm a little angry is because, I'm gonna get on to the subject matter, is because in some places, not all, very few places, but in some places, they're trying to resurface the propaganda and the narrative. They're trying to make it resurface. And, you know, at some point you kind of knew this whole thing was a setup. And then they got their minions and their bots walking around with the propaganda and the narrative, promoting the propaganda and the narrative. But you see, a lot of people, and this is why I know people personally, and I know people, I'm gonna turn around and go this way. And I know I've heard of people that became very depressed because they're pushing this narrative and this propaganda. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some people even became suicidal. And a lot of these companies have the audacity to resurface this narrative and this propaganda after people have wanted to commit suicide because of this. And they got the audacity to make it resurface. And they say they care about people. Do you really care about people? No, these people trying to portray an image because they're trying to sell a product. And they know that people have a certain viewpoint and they're trying to appeal to their viewpoint. They're trying to avoid lawsuits and all this other stuff. But you got so many people out there, they don't listen to their spirit. They rather listen to the news than to listen to their spirit. I said they rather listen to the news than to listen to their spirit. Let me say that one more time. They'd rather listen to the mainstream bullcrap news than to listen to their own spirit. Yes, if I sound like I'm a little angry, there's nothing wrong with righteous anger. Because when I became angry about a lot of this stuff, I asked my spirit, I asked the God within, the great I am within me, am I resentful? Am I being resentful right now? And the spirit said, no, you're not being resentful. It said what you're experiencing right now is called righteous anger. And you have to let it out. there's a verse that says, be angry and sin not. So the truth is, you should let your anger out. You should admit that you're angry. Anger is a natural emotion. There's nothing wrong with being angry. But there's two types of anger. There's just regular anger, then there's righteous anger. Righteous anger is when you see stuff that ain't around you that's not going right. You see people not acting right. You see policies and propaganda and narratives being pushed that you know is not right. And then there's this emotion that rises up inside of you called righteous anger. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not resentful. Like me personally, I don't hate anybody on a personal level, but I do hate this sheepish consciousness that some people walk around with. Yes. So I got to thinking, what is it? What's it all about? So that leads me up to my video, is what do you value? Do you value your soul? And at what price do you value your soul? You got some people will sell their soul for a morsel of bread. You got some people that don't hold their soul to any value at all. There's no value in their soul. And so it's quite easy to sell your soul. You see, you don't have to do some ritual and draw up some contract and spill your blood over some contract or whatever you want to call it, whatever the ritual is and all that stuff to sell your soul. The soul is the mind, the will, and emotions. But if you give your mind, your will, and your emotions to, that's what has your soul. And some people didn't even sell their soul, they just gave it away. And they gave their mind, their will, and their emotions to the mainstream narrative and the propaganda. Yes. So I want to talk about value. How high do you hold the value of your soul? Ask yourself this question right now, even if you got to go look in the mirror. How high do you hold the value of your soul? Do you hold the value of your soul very high? Why is it there are others that want to take your soul? What is it about the soul? You know, it's just like an antique car. You know, some guy drives up in somebody's yard and there's a car sitting out there in the yard. It's a Model T. And he goes and knocks on the door. It's got grass growing up all around it. He goes and knocks on the door. Ma'am, I know she got a car out there in your front yard. Oh, that's my husband's car. He's gone now. And I want to know how much you want for it. Just give me $150 just to get it out my yard. I just want to get it out my yard. So the guy, when he goes up there, he's hoping that lady does not realize the value of that car. Authentic Model T, classic Model T, is worth a lot of money in the world of car collectors. You ask any car collector that comes across a Model T that's in pretty good shape that can be restored, they're willing to pay top notch, close to $100,000, maybe more, for a classic, authentic Model T. But the guy's hoping that he doesn't know what she has. He's banking on not knowing what she has, so he can get hold of that car for a cheap price. And that's my point. These entities, they're hoping you don't know what you have. They're hoping you don't know the value of your soul. They're hoping that you don't understand the value of your soul. But there are some people that do understand the value of their soul. They understand that it is the pearl of great price, as it is talked about in the Bible. The merchant, he's willing to sell everything he has to get the pearl of great price. The pearl of great price is your I amness, your soul within you, the God within. Some people don't hold it to a high value. And so it's easy for them to just give it away. They don't even have no connection there. It's so easy to be disconnected because they don't hold. If you start holding your soul to a high value, you start noticing and you start being able to see through stuff. You start to notice how you've changed, how you think different than most people. Because the truth of the matter is, most people don't hold their soul to a high value. Most people, but many people are waking up and they're starting to go within. The more you go within, the more you see how beautiful and lovely and how God, the greatest creation, the greatest thing that ever existed is the soul that is within you. It's the most valuable thing you could ever have is your soul. Worth more than all the gold in the world, worth more than all the treasures in the world, worth more than all the houses in the world, worth more than all the money in the world. So what makes the soul so valuable? You may ask. What is it the soul? Because it is your direct connection. It is your line of communication of God that is within you. It is God that is within you. And it's just like somebody been put in a back room and the door is closed and they don't even go in there and talk to them. There's no communication, there's no communion or anything there. That's the way some people have their soul. It's locked in a back room and there's nothing there. And so when someone comes along and see your etheric energy, your manifestation power, your love, everything, people don't know who they are. Your connection to God is all in your soul. The Akashic records, everything is within your soul. All of your memories, everything is in your soul. Why would you give that up? And most of all, it's your connection to God. Why would you give that up? And what value would that be to someone else? Because it is pure etheric energy. And you got some people that know the value of that pure etheric energy. Yes, look at this beautiful water right here. I'm gonna find some shade. I'm gonna be a little still right now. Like somebody having a get together over there across the street. But it's beautiful out here. Yes. You gotta see like nature is valuable. The ground, the leaves, the sky, the trees, they're all valuable. Your health and strength, your joy and your peace, your wealth and abundance, it's all valuable. But there's nothing more valuable than your soul. Because it is your direct line, your direct connection to God. It is your etheric energy. Yeah, the ether, the prana. Yes, that is within you. Yes. That part of you that is God. The part of you that is your higher self and your source self. The part of you that's connected to source and the universe and all that is good, right, and true. Yes. Do you hold that to high value? I look around me and here lately, and I don't mean to be like this, but I'm beginning to be very distant from humanity. Not humanity as a whole, but humanity in the sense that humanity has fallen asleep and fallen away from, and they have lost the value of their soul. But the good news is a large portion of humanity is awakening, and they're waking up and they're starting to see. But then you got some people that are not vocal about it. They keep a lot of stuff to themselves, and that's understandable. But you got some people, they allow themselves to be brought into slavery, like sheep. And like I said this once before, when you hold your soul to a high value, you can't help it. You can't help it. You can't help not allowing someone to take your soul, allowing someone to take your etheric energy, your prana, your chi, your inner chi. your inner prana, your soul. Different names, same thing. And it all begins with loving yourself and loving the God within you. And see, you got some people, they don't even love God within themselves. So how can they, so it's very easy for them to agree with the mainstream narrative. It's very easy for them to fall into the trap of the mainstream narrative and the mainstream propaganda. It's very easy to pull the wool over their eyes. Yes. It's very easy to be a sheep when you don't hold high value to your soul. And you got some people, I hold my value to a high soul. Do you really? Do you really? Look at these geese. Y'all ain't got nothing. Look at these geese and these ducks. Oh, they looking for some food. I don't have no food. They know they've been fed. Hold on, let me see if there's any food in this bag. There's a bag right here. There's nothing in there. Look at him. Hey, little guy. But anyway, I don't have no food today. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. And so how do you recognize the value in your soul? How do you recognize that? Well, first of all, like I've said so many other times before, is you have to go within. And you have to understand that God is not a sky God. You praying to some sky God when God all alone is within you. The energy, the chi, the prana, the love, the soul. Do you hold that at any high value? Once you deem that as valuable within you, and you go and cultivate that, you have found the pearl of great price that is within yourself. And it's very hard to pull the wool over your eyes. It's very hard to... Hold on, I got somebody turning down here. Y'all know how I do. When I start walking through nature, I start attracting people. But anyway, I'm just walking right now and I see somebody trying to decide what they want to do. But yes, this is what you do. You start by going within yourself. And you start by loving yourself. You start by loving the God within yourself. Yes. Isn't it funny how I start attracting people when I go to a certain place? It's almost like, I am saying it is. How you doing? To the one over there?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even know. This is my first time at this park. I'm making a video right now, but I'm not sure. Okay. Probably somewhere to go around some kind of way. But anyway, I got somebody trying to get, they got some kind of get together over there. Go back to what I was talking about. You must hold your soul to a high value. And this is where it begins. Once you realize what your soul, what everything that your soul is not a little thing. Your soul is a universe in and of itself. Your soul is a universe in and of itself. You have all your Akashic record, all your memories, all your ups and downs, all your victories and defeats are all recorded in the Akashic records. And where is the Akashic records? It's in your soul. All your memories, all the times you laid in God's bosom, all the times God delivered you, all the time God has saved you, all the time that you've overcome, that's in your soul. Why would you give that away? Why would you even sell that? What profit a man to gain the whole world and lose? Y'all know the rest. What profit a man to gain the whole world and lose? Come on. What profit a man to gain the whole world? What profit if you just give yourself over to the mainstream and do whatever they say and you don't take a stand? What profit a man, and you get to keep your job, and you get to, you get to drive your nice car, and you get to do all this stuff. Yeah, I have a few things. I just bought a house. I got a couple of what I believe is pretty nice cars. I gotta show y'all my new truck too. I got me another truck. I don't have the black Ram anymore, but I'll show y'all that at another time. I'm not over there where it's parked at now. I got a Silverado now. But anyway, I've got a few nice things. I've got a house and all this thing. This is not to brag, because I'm saying this. All those things are nice, but they ain't worth more. They're not worth more than my soul. It's a lot of things. And once you realize and learn to love your soul within you, and you know what is contained in your soul, what is housed within your soul. Once you know what is housed within your soul, that God and all the memories, all of your memories and all of everything with God, all of your past lives, everything is housed within your soul. Your mind, what you think about, what you manifest, is housed within your soul. Your desires, your true desires, your etheric desires, they are housed within your soul. Your love is in your soul. Your joy is in your soul. Your peace is within your soul. And the reason why I said I was a little disappointed with humanity, it doesn't mean I hate anybody. It doesn't mean I wish bad on anybody. It's that when I look around me, I see how many people who do not hold their soul to a high value. They don't hold their soul to a high, they don't even think about their soul. They just think about getting money, houses and cars, getting girlfriends and boyfriends and husbands and wives and jobs and businesses and all this other stuff. Like I said, and then getting money. And there's nothing wrong with any of that, unless you value it higher than your soul. People focused on getting money, houses, cars, and jobs, and businesses, and all this other stuff, and they ain't thought one iota about their soul. These people, the mainstream narrative and the authority figures, they come up with a narrative, and you just buy right into it. Some of these people, I'm not saying you listen to this video. I know that you don't. I know that the people listen to this video. The reason you even clicked on this video, the reason you come to these videos, because you do hold your soul to a high value. And you're trying to cultivate it. You're trying to remember it. I ain't gonna walk down too far. It's a little warm out here. But it's great exercise. It's a little park bench over here. I might go over here and sit down. But these people that's pushing this propaganda and this narrative, it's caused a lot of people to lose their businesses. It's caused a lot of people to commit suicide. Some people did commit suicide because of this. And then they got the audacity to try to make it resurface. Oh my gosh. That makes righteous anger rise up within me. People lost their businesses, their job, even became suicidal because of this propaganda, this false, fake narrative. It's just to control people's minds and hearts and their etheric energy and ultimately take their soul. Yes, forgive me if I get a little emotional. I get a little passionate. That's all righteous anger is. It's just passion for righteousness. It's a hunger and thirst for righteousness. And when you live in a world where that's not much of that around, I know I can't expect everybody to behave like I want them to behave. But even that, what is wrong with wanting yourself and the world to cultivate their soul? If everybody go within their soul and hold their soul to a high value, not only will they be able to see through the lies, they'll become a better person. They'll be able to this is the real true, in my opinion, this is the real true key to manifestation. Is loving the soul within you. Is loving God within you. Once you reach the point in your life where you love God, the God within you, when you, that center point, everything has a center. You think about it, everything, you can look at anything, it has a center point. This tree has a center point. These picnic tables have a center point. There's everything, that car going down the street, it has a center point. Everything has a center point, a point, the most center part of that thing. What is that? You have a center point. And what is that center point? It's your soul. In the etheric realm, it is your soul. Do you love your soul? Do you hold it to high value? Or do you even think about your soul? Are you willing to sell your soul, or even give it away? So many people are waking up and they're starting to go within. And they're starting to cultivate, and they're starting to realize that God is within them. And they're starting to hold their soul at a high value. I mean, I've seen people that go to church and they walk around with their hands and hollering and acting all religious and stuff. But I can see right through it. They don't hold their soul to a high value. They're doing it for themselves. They're doing it for themselves. What I mean by doing it for themselves, they're doing it for themselves in this material world. That's what they're doing. And they trick themselves into thinking they're great. They're these great people. Oh, I'm not perfect, but anyway, I gotta head on back. But I just wanted to let you recognize or remind you, and I know some of y'all doesn't need reminded that your soul is high value, but there may be somebody out there listening right now. They haven't cultivated their soul. They haven't thought about putting their soul at a high value. Your soul is where God, everything, all of your etheric, all your past lives, all your etheric memories is housed. Even your spirit is housed in your soul. Your soul is a house. Would you give your house away? If somebody walks and knocks on, especially if you got a nice house, and somebody wants to somebody say, give me your house. Somebody's like, I'm not gonna give you my house, especially if it's paid off and it's a nice house. You got some people, they cultivate their houses. They put flowers out there and they put lights and stuff in their house. I've been doing that with this house I just bought. And they try to spruce it up and make it look really nice. And they spend hours and they sweat and it's blood, sweat, and tears trying to make their house look nice. But why not do that with the house inside of you? Why do you house the house within you? That's your soul. Why not cultivate that? Why not spruce that up? Yes. Like I said, I keep my videos about 30 minutes. I'm going to start heading back towards my truck now. But I just wanted to make a video today. Like I said, I'm going to start bringing the videos back. Why? Because it's time. And we are in a world where our mind, will, and emotions, we are being robbed of our mind, our will, and our emotions. And it's time, there's nothing wrong with right. In fact, when I started to realize and let go and realize and admit that I was righteously angry, there's a certain power that got released. I was like, wow, this is powerful. When you have righteous anger and you know that you hunger and thirst after righteousness, and when you don't see that, and this emotion rises up inside of you, this energy and motion that rises up and you call righteous anger, it doesn't weaken you. It gives you power. Because it's God. I remember hearing a reggae song a while back, some years ago, and the song always stuck with me. And the hook of the song says, "Thank you, God, for making me mad." That's the hook of the song. It says, "Thank you, God, for making me mad." In other words, he was thanking God for his righteous anger. He was thanking God that he has an anger within him called righteous anger, and it's a thirst and hunger for righteousness. A hunger and thirst for righteousness. Thank you, God, that I have righteous anger. I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I have righteous anger. That I hunger and thirst after righteousness. I hunger and thirst after purity and love and joy and peace. And when I don't see that in my world, it creates this emotion in me called righteous anger. Ooh, it's nice out here, but it's a little on the hot side. And so, when you hold your soul to a high value, that also creates another power in you. You know what that does? That creates the power of God within you. That creates great manifestation power in you. You're not resentful. Like I said, you don't hate anyone. You don't wish any bad on anyone. When I see people walking around going along with the narrative, and y'all know my thing with the mask. I don't agree with the masks at all. When I see people still walking around with the mask, there's an emotion, and come on, if you was, some of y'all was to be honest, you admit it, you feel that emotion too. Like, how can these people still be walking around with masks on? How? What is on your mind? What is in your heart to where you are that blind within your soul? Oh, that's another video. But this video is about cultivating your soul. And one of the ways you should cultivate your soul is stop focusing on the outward appearances of everything. Stop focusing on the outward world and move into your inward world. You know, never God called the imagination, you know, your inner man, your soul, the great I amness that is within you. The more you focus on that, the more you realize how much power you really have. And the more you understand what's really living in you. Yes. How y'all doing? I don't know. They got something going on across that lake over there. Okay. It's a bunch of kids and people over there, so it might be over there. I'm not sure though, but
gotta go around this way to get there.
You know what? This is my first time at this park too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I think, yeah, I just came from down there. It looked like it goes on around though,
okay.
The way it does.
All right, thank you.
I guess they're giving out school supplies today. Yeah, it is the middle of July, so school's right around the corner. But when you start focusing on the inward part, I didn't know they were giving out school supplies. I might could have snuck over there and got some stuff for my children. For one of my children. One of my children still left in school. But I'm getting ready to end this video right now. I didn't want to hold y'all long today. I just wanted to make another video for y'all today. And this video, I wanted this video to be about cultivating and holding your soul to a high value. Do you hold your soul to a high value? Or do you don't hold it to any value? The more valuable your soul is, the more etheric, the more manifestation, the more co-creation power you have. The more you can see through the BS. The less you cultivate your soul, the less you will be able to see through the BS. The less manifestation power you have. The less co-creation power you have. And here's the other thing, there's nothing wrong with righteous anger. I used to try to suppress my anger, thinking I was doing a good thing, thinking I was doing a righteous thing by suppressing my anger. But suppressing your anger, it's not good for you at all. It's not good for you in no kind of way. This is what people sometimes come up with conditions. It's because of suppressed anger and suppressed emotion. I'm gonna stop suppressing my emotion. I'm gonna admit that I am angry at people that go along with the narrative. I am angry at the people that go along with the propaganda. I'm even angry at these people walking around with masks still on their face, just playing along with the game. They just playing along. They don't believe it any more than you do. I don't think they believe it any more than you do. But they just playing along with it. Which is somebody that does not hold their soul to a high value. I was in Walmart today. This is a little bit off the subject. And I walked up on this guy with a mask. And he looked at me and I looked at him. And I immediately shifted direction. And he started following me as if he wanted me to see him. When it's like he wanted me to look at him. So I went over to where the milk was. And sure enough, here he comes right behind me. Excuse me. So I went around the corner in another part of the store. Here he comes around the corner. And I went down the aisle in another store. Here he comes. And I went to the checkout there. Here he is over there. And I finally checked out. I'm out in the parking lot. And I started walking through the parking lot to another store. And guess who I saw coming out the other end of the store? Yes. And it's like a person can say, well, what you hate, what you resist will persist. I understand that. What you resist will persist. But also what you focus on, you create. And I'm trying not to focus on this stuff. And and I can feel the righteous anger arising up inside of me. And we need to stop making excuses for these people. Stop making excuses talking about they scared and they just this and they just that. No, stop making excuses for these people. It's too late in the game for that. It's too late in the game for making excuses. I can understand it was something there in the beginning. And people that was not in touch with their soul and they got fooled into it or whatever. I can understand that in the beginning. But it's too late in the game to be using that excuse now. It's too late in the game to be using that excuse. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to end this video. And also I was thinking about, I'm in the process of planning it, doing a one-on-one manifestation, being a manifestation coach. Yeah, law of attraction coach. You know, when I get it all set up, I'll see anybody that wants to do it. And the way I was gonna have it set up was I was just gonna work strictly off of donations and results. Meaning, because manifestation and co-creation is an individual thing. So what I mean by that is manifestation techniques and law of attraction techniques does not work for everybody. And so I'm in the business of looking for your personal law of attraction technique. Everybody has, because every law of attraction technique does not work for everybody. We all are different. And so you have a specific law of attraction technique that is designed just for you. And so maybe you need somebody to help you lead you into your law of attraction technique. Because everybody believes, but everybody believes differently. And so what if I came up with a way for every individual to find their law of attraction technique that's catered just for them? And then you can start creating your own world, your own reality. Yeah, so I'm thinking about, I'm in the process of doing that right now. And so I'm gonna take on some clients. And we're gonna get this thing on the road, get the ball rolling on this thing, and so people can start manifesting their reality. So that's my video for today. I'm almost back to my truck. It's around the corner right there. I'll probably show it to y'all in my next video. It's a little used Silverado. I like the Silverado a little bit better than the Dodge Ram, even though I like my Dodge Ram. I like this Silverado too. I call it the pretty penny because it's the same color as a penny. And yeah, it's right around the corner. Matter of fact, I just started walking. If y'all happen to see it, then that's fine. But I just wanted to post another video And the main thing I want y'all to take away from this video is to remember to cultivate your soul, hold your soul. Once you go within and you start holding your soul to a high value, once you start going within and realizing what's housed within your soul, you will hold it to a high value. You won't let no one take it. It's your etheric energy, your manifestation, everything is housed within your soul. So that's my video for today. I want to thank y'all for coming into my video. And I want to wish y'all a beautiful, happy, lovely, joyous, prosperous manifestation day. And you manifest your reality, you don't have to worry about anything. There's nothing to worry about, especially outside of you. Because, how y'all doing? Everything outside of you is really just an illusion. It's just like we're in a, sometimes I feel like we're in a big Sims game. This is just a real fancy Sims game. But I don't know that for sure. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody for coming back to my video. And I will see y'all next time. Yes, I like it. Y'all want to look at this nice park I'm at right now? So, yes. All right, see y'all next time. Bye.